What's good, people? It is Tony the Savant back again. And before we get started, ladies and gentlemen, please like this video, share this video, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm dropping content and going live on the channel. If you haven't already joined the fam, please hit the subscribe button as we do go live daily, drop content daily, always busy on this platform. And last but not least, please leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section, as I'm even more intrigued to know what y'all got to say about these topics that we discuss. And let's get right into it, because we're talking about Floyd Mayweather, man. And Floyd Mayweather, since the day he's retired, has been an upset for me personally, man, because Floyd used to be one of those kind of guys uh, that I listened to when they spoke. And I believe even in my journalism career, I've spoken to how influential Floyd Mayweather was to me, to the point where when he spoke, I listened. You know what I mean? Floyd just had that kind of respect in my life. He always offered that level of insight, and so I had nothing bad to say about Floyd. Definitely during his fighting days, but lordy, oh lordy, since the man has retired, it's been one thing after the other. And I've come down to the conclusion, I don't know if you would share this with me. Um, I've come to the conclusion that Floyd Mayweather is literally the worst and the best thing to happen to boxing. The best thing because he showed these guys how to take control of their career. No longer are they beholden to just the promoters and the networks. They literally go out here and they can create their own fights. They can make their own money, take their own opportunities. And I'll attribute that 100% to Floyd. But Floyd has also started a certain mentality and a mind state amongst these younger fighters, that it's been a poison. You know, when you look at the likes of Javante Tank Davis, you know, he doesn't value belts because Floyd Mayweather put that whole, belts don't matter kind of thing in his mentality. You got guys like Shakur Stevenson who want to be like Floyd so bad as far as his fighting style, that he does not make any adjustments whatsoever. He is 100% dedicated to fighting like Floyd. You even got some guys, and I don't knock Devin Haney too much for this, but Devin Haney going for greatness, trying to surpass Floyd's resume. Now, of all three of those, I respect Dev the most because Dev actually puts on fights that I'm interested in, that I will purchase with my hard-earned money. But outside of that, all these guys think they're Floyd in one way or the other. And I feel like that part of it is the negative part, because Floyd could have easily put it out there that belts matter, legacy matter, money matters, all that stuff. And if we were in 100% control of your career like he was, having your cake and eating it too in that regard is not difficult to do. Obviously, Floyd did it. But all three of these dudes that I named, amongst others, on the come up, they all try to be like Floyd in one way or the other. And I feel like they all come up short a little bit. Again, I respect Dev the most because I feel like Dev is the only one that actually puts on the fight that I'm interested in seeing. But outside of that, man, Floyd Mayweather has been, like I say, very bad for boxing. And we can go down memory lane, talk about a number of things and events that I feel like validate my take. But I want to stick to this Ryan Garcia situation, because Floyd has been alarmingly silent after the Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia fight. Before, you couldn't get him to be quiet. You talking about this, he was talking about that. Him and Tank was going at each other online. Him and Bill Haney was going at each other online. I've seen Floyd take a number of interviews, but since that fight, you have not been able to find Floyd Mayweather anywhere. And there's been a lot of speculation as to why. Because we all know Floyd Mayweather is an egomaniac to the 100th degree. It's very difficult for him to be quiet, period, but even more difficult for him to be quiet during big things that's going on in the boxing world. I don't know if Floyd had anything to say about the Tank Davis fight. I can't recall. I don't remember him saying anything about that. I don't recall him saying anything about the Shakur Stevenson fight. Um, He had to pop out because Carmel Moulton fought as well. What was that, Saturday? On the Nate Diaz card. I knew that Carmel was on that card, but I didn't pay much attention to Nate Diaz and whatever else was going on that card. But regardless of the fact, Floyd had to make a public appearance and show his face and be exposed to potential questions. And shout out to the interviewer that tried to get Floyd to answer this question, but he 100% dodged it. But the dude that had the camera, he was talking to Floyd and he asked him, about all of the stuff going on about the Ryan Garcia situation. And do you know that Floyd shut this dude down mid-sentence and said, I don't want to talk about anything negative? Hold up, Floyd. How is this negative? How is this dude calling a subsect of people, black people, a racial slur negative to you? I feel like you should be addressing the negativity as the statesman of boxing, and setting things straight as to how they should be. Um, and Floyd just embarrasses me. I ain't gonna say he embarrassed me. He embarrassed himself. And I just feel mortified for him because you could tell in his face Floyd is guilty of something, y'all. Let's not play these games. Don't play games with me, y'all. Floyd is guilty. Now, I know Floyd got a nice uh, uh, following in the boxing community, and y'all follow this dude to a fault. I done seen if Floyd Mayweather was still boxing, y'all would be just as bad as the bronzexuals. And I remember Floyd Mayweather boxing, but I wasn't, in the journalism world at all. And the most I talked about Floyd Mayweather was when I was at the barbershops and the locker rooms at school. You know what I mean? I just didn't really talk sports that much back in those days. But now, now, y'all are just as bad, and the man don't even fight. I know dudes that's waiting for his fight with John Gotti III, his exhibition. Like, why? For what? You know what I mean? But anyway, uh, yeah, man, Floyd looked very guilty or something, and it's time for us to call this dude out. I don't know if y'all got that vibe, but I did. Floyd looks guilty. Now, whether that was advising, well, let me say like this: Ryan Garcia already threw Floyd under the bus, and I don't know if he did it purposely or inadvertently, but he already said that Floyd advised him to come in overweight. Now, I'm not sure what that means, towards the illegal substances, but I do recall Ryan Garcia saying something on the lines of Floyd Mayweather advised him to come in overweight. And there's also been people speculating as to if Floyd Mayweather connected Ryan Garcia to the illegal substances found in his system. The Ostarine is the most popular one, but he had another one in, I think, like Nanodrol, something like that. Another illegal substance. But everybody knows about the Ostarine. But there's been speculation in the boxing community, amongst my crew, the guys that actually dig deep and look into these kind of things, not you casuals. Y'all may not, what is he talking about? But there's been speculation in the boxing community that Floyd Mayweather put Ryan Garcia on the illegal substances. And I only say that because Floyd Mayweather in his fighting days, now I only got this from, guys that been watching boxing a lot longer than me, but in his fighting days, PEDs was a thing. I'm not gonna say anybody accused Floyd of that, but there was some speculations around Floyd and the PEDs, and it was a thing. Excuse me. I'm getting my words. I'm mincing my words a little bit because I want to use the information that was given to me responsibly. I don't want to sit here and be like Floyd is a PED user or nothing like that. As far as we know, Floyd has always been clean, and that's been the end of the story. But that don't mean he don't know where to get the stuff from. That don't mean he don't know how to do, the science, cycling in that stuff and all that stuff. But anyway, it's just been a speculation in the boxing community that Floyd put Ryan Garcia on the illegal substances. And I'm just going to leave it at that. It's just a theory. But at the end of the day, him not saying anything about Ryan Garcia's cheating, him not saying anything about Ryan Garcia's suspension, him not saying anything about Ryan Garcia's racial rant, just brings so many alarms, so many red flags, almost too many to count. And again, if y'all see this interview, it's a very short little clip. I'm not even sure if he had like a full interview, but I just seen this clip where Floyd was in the room with Carmel and the interviewer was asking him a few questions. If you could just see Floyd's body language, man, it's alarming. It's very alarming. It's like a little kid, a little kid eat a cookie, you know what I mean? And then you come around 15 minutes later and you ask him, where's the cookie or who ate the cookie? And, the little kid just tells on himself without telling on himself. It looked like that. You could look in Floyd's face and tell he was guilty of something. And that's why I'm just disgusted with Floyd Mayweather. You know what I mean? I always knew that Floyd still kind of thought like a boxer in the sense of competing with these younger guys in a sense of legacy and keeping his name relevant. Because let's not front, as popular as Devin Haney, as popular as Devin Haney, Tank Davis, Shakur Stevens, and all these dudes are. None of them are as popular as Floyd Mayweather, and I believe that's all Floyd Mayweather is doing. Floyd has managed a way to keep his name in the news and in the press, doing these exhibition fights, interjecting himself in all this drama, just not acting like a 40, 50-year-old man. I'm going to say it like that. Floyd don't act like a man that should be imparting wisdom on the younger generation. He act like he's still in the streets. You know what I mean? He act like he's still in the trenches, like he still got to train, like he still got a big fight coming up. That's how Floyd acts to me. No sense of, what do you call that word? I won't say deposition, but it's kind of, no sense of humility, empathy for the young generation. It's all about Floyd. It's always about him. Even when in Carmel's first professional fight, I believe it was on the Canelo Alvarez and Jermell Charlo card, and Carmel was being interviewed. Floyd come out of nowhere, bro. Just take the young man's shine and start talking about himself and why he the GOAT and all these gates he done sold. It's like, man, I just don't know, man. Like I say, I try to maintain a certain respect for Floyd Mayweather because he ain't fighting no more. And I understand a lot of what he does now is just all politics. I try to respect Floyd Mayweather, the fighter. But Floyd Mayweather, the man, he just like seeing one of your heroes fall. You know what I mean? It's sad to see. And I said this earlier. I was talking to one of the homies. I said this earlier, you know what I mean, as far as Ryan Garcia goes. And I said if it was one of my favorite boxers, let's just say Bud Pop Dirty, I'm, I'm denouncing Bud. Let's say Muhammad Ali. It came out that he popped dirty. I'm denouncing Muhammad Ali. It's nothing. It's nothing exclusive to uh, Ryan Garcia. These feelings I have, and that's how I feel about Floyd. You know what I mean? I just feel like I can't believe that I'm seeing Floyd play the same politics on these younger boxers that were played on him in the Pretty Boy Floyd days, right? And he hated it. That was the whole motivation for him getting away from Top Rank and Bob Arum and doing his own thing and, starting his own legacy. The whole motivation for him doing that was that he was going through the same obstacles that these dudes are going through, except there was a number of promoters coming at Floyd. It was a number, of everything else kind of coming at Floyd. And I may be revising history a little bit, but in the same breath, Floyd is now the one playing the politics on these dudes. He has started an all-out hit campaign on the Haneys. Is that not obvious to see? Him and Bill Haney always going at each other and him always having something slick to say about Bill. And I feel like a lot of you dudes, the Haney haters, y'all only hate Devin Haney and Bill Haney because Floyd do. Y'all don't hate them because it's some kind of organic feeling. Those are the guys I'm talking about. If they was still, if Floyd Mayweather, was still fighting, these dudes would be the boxing bronzexuals. On his every move, just sniffing his jockstrap, twerking it up, doing all of that crazy stuff in the name of Floyd Mayweather. But I'm sorry, I didn't want this video to run this long. Anyway, like I say, Floyd is just embarrassing himself, man. And the fact that he is completely silent about Ryan Garcia is just alarming to me. All of the accusations and the theories start looking a lot more real once you see how this dude's, how his actions are, and especially this particular interview. Because me personally, maybe I just wasn't checking for Floyd. Maybe I just didn't notice he had an interview or something drop. But I haven't heard nothing from Floyd since the fight concluded between Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. And so how Ryan's been acting, you think Floyd would say something. Everybody else done said something. CNN has said something about Ryan Garcia. You know what I mean? I seen that by accident. I just opened my laptop one day and there was a CNN article on my Yahoo page about Ryan Garcia. Like, what? CNN got something to say about Ryan Garcia, but Floyd don't. Alarming, y'all. Alarming. Spooky. But again, I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't mean for this video to go this long. But definitely implore y'all to go watch that clip. In fact, what I'll do, I'll put up the YouTube short. You ain't got to go search for it. Just look in your boy's YouTube shorts. You will see the clip that I'm discussing right now. And y'all tell me what y'all think. Again, do you think Floyd's guilty? I took a number of classes in body language and psychology. I'm not saying I'm no, expert at these things, but I'm very familiar with some of the commonalities, the base work, the lack of eye contact. The lack of eye contact, the fidgeting. The covering of your mouth is one of those things that body language. It's like body language 101. If somebody covers their mouth, it's usually because they're hiding something in the middle of a conversation anyway. Not just in the general, you're just doing something subconsciously. But in the middle of a conversation, Floyd just he put his hand over his mouth, not in a weird kind of way. Y'all got to see the clip, to really get the grasp of what I'm talking about. But um, again, just alarming behavior, man. Just very, very alarming behavior. I'm disgusted with Floyd Mayweather. Can't believe it. But anyway, that's all I got for y'all on this one. It is Tony the Savant. Please like this video, share this video, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm dropping content and going live on the channel. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Join the fam as I drop content daily, go live daily. Always stay busy on this platform. Last but not least, again, if y'all go check out that clip, please come back, drop your thoughts in the comment section. If you haven't already, if you have seen the clip, y'all tell me if if I'm in the ballpark, if I'm spot on, if I'm capping, let me know. I want to know. I'm just going off my speculation. Once again, I am Tony the Savant, your host. Peace.